early in life. And that is why Kingdom Books, your number one stop books and stationery shop with over 40 years experience, is offering great discount on readers and other learning materials to help your kids to say it right. Now, these readers, books and learning materials include Phonics Flashcard, Aesop's Fables, Oliver Twist, The Fish That Talked, Emperor and the Nightingale, Growing Up for Girls, Illustrated Classics, Junior Illustrated Grammar Punctuation, and many more. Visit any Kingdom Books and stationery shop to get a good discount on your purchase. For further information and enquiries, please call 0501 401050 or 0244 311 955. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Enimwa. Good morning, Fred.
Good morning to you, Winston. How are you doing?
I'm fine. And guess who's joined us today? Evans Mensah.
Good morning.
Master Chef.
Where'd you get that from, by the way?
Oh, yetiti.
Somebody must have leaked this to you.
Leakages are allowed in an election year, aren't they?
Flesh and blood did not reveal that. Anyone is lost.
So we've collected it then. So Master Chef. So we have Master Chef, Credible, and
what?
So here's the thing about Master Chef. Back in the day when I used to do the morning show, when Kojo Ponkruma and I used to rotate, and then Commander Mo had just finished, and he used to have his boss player, right? So I'm like, okay, I have to find a name for myself.
So you found Master Chef.
And then I later realized it was actually Utensils brand.
And the TV program as well.
And a TV program as well, yeah. Well, it later became a TV program. I don't know whether it was still. And that was like, more than 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Master Chef.
Master Chef. We like it.
Anyway,
We'll keep it.
We'll keep it. Anytime he joins us.
Like
You chose it. You chose it.
Yes.
Anyway, it's time for the newspaper review brought to us by CompuGhana. Shop at any CompuGhana branch nationwide and get up to 40% discount and free delivery. CompuGhana, passion for technology. All right, guys, let's get into the papers.
Okay, I'll start with the Daily Statesman front page. Baumia to electorate. Don't look beyond number one spot on the ballot paper. Just say after you see the number one spot, that's it. Don't look for anything else. Rebecca Kufado urges NPP supporters to avoid complacency. We are winning. NPP charges members to stay focused. Rawlings funded and founded NDP. Party constitution reveals. That sounds like a say it right.
Founded and funded.
Founded NPP. But that's it for the Daily Statesman.
I have the daily graphic here. Banner headline: Special voting today. EC eyes 100% turnout. And Winston, we talked about this on the 6 a.m. news. The EC is getting ready. Our reporters are on the ground. We will bring them.
Yeah.
How many are voting, you say?
109,557.
Yes. But the EC has been doing something good. They're very heavy on the COVID protocols. So, for instance, the polls have not started yet, but our reporters are saying that you need to enter the polling station or wherever you vote with your face mask, and there's water to wash your hands.
So I guess the question, I heard that on the 6 a.m. bulletin. I was asking whether, so if you come without a face mask, would you be disenfranchised because of that?
Yes, of course.
Would they say, I won't allow you to vote because you're not wearing a face mask?
It should be like no mask,
no mask, no vote.
Yeah, but you see, from Evans's question, Evans is here because today we are having an extensive coverage of the special voting. So the point is, it's a right, and the Constitution guarantees you that right to vote. Now, should you be disenfranchised because you did not wear a face mask? How about a provision of face masks? So if somebody, for instance, forgets to come with a face mask, that person is giving one.
I'm sure there'll be face mask sellers near every polling
No, but
station.
not every Ghanaian can afford a face mask.
Yeah.
We know that. I mean, so for me, it's a very interesting. Dan, we all know you have to wear the face mask, but for those who genuinely can afford it,
What provision is being made?
that is something the Electoral Commission, the state, must consider, because the right to vote is one of those sacred rights you cannot take away from people.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's written in law that this thing about if you don't wear a face mask, you cannot enter a polling area. It's not written in law.
But the interesting thing, majority of those taking part today are either law enforcement or the media who actually will be doing public education.
I
And
guess,
so if these people...
Well, I mean,
So
you have a
maybe
point
more
that they
next
should know,
week
but
than
but
today.
I guess this is a lesson for December 7th.
Exactly.
This is sort of the test run, if you like.
Yeah.
And if this is what is going to exist, then we have 1 week to say, how do we provide for those who can genuinely afford.
And if you are a business,
guys, please hold on 1 minute. I think we need to go on the phone lines. We'll come back and have this conversation because Manuel Kranting is at Pram Pram Methodist School Park in the Ningo Pram Pram constituency, where they're having their special voting. Manuel, thank you very much for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
So at the Pram Pram Methodist Primary School, have the voting materials arrived?
Well, Winston, the voting materials got here 15 minutes to 6 a.m. and the Electoral Commission's officers here have been working around the clock to get the place set up to be able to meet the 7 o'clock starting time. Well, this is the polling center. In fact, there are 2 polling centers at this particular school, Pram Pram Methodist Basic School, polling station A and B. And these are the polling stations for the Ningo Pram Pram constituency. Well, I've been speaking to the presiding officer here who tells me that there are about 957 people who are expected to cast their ballot. And just as I heard you talk about the COVID-19 protocols and whether or not people are wearing face masks, well, over here, everybody I see in the queue, we're numbering well over 100 now, is wearing a face mask. And the EC officials have done what they call markings on the ground. And so by the time you get here, there are markings on the ground to set you a meter apart from the next person, who's ahead of you. It's just in a bit to ensure that the social distancing protocols are adhered to over here. And so generally, what I can report in terms of the ballot materials and so on, what they've gotten here, they are being set up to be able to meet the 7 o'clock starting time, which is about 15 minutes from now.
And have you seen the party agents? I mean, apart from the Electoral Commission's officials, have you seen the party agents?
Well, the party agents of the main political party, NPP and the NDC, are here. The rest are yet to get here, but the presiding officer tells me that they had a meeting yesterday and they agreed on certain modalities on how to get the process underway. And so, yes, we're waiting for the rest of the polling agents to get here. But as you already heard me say, the NPP and the NDC polling agents are already here.
Right. Thank you very much, Manuel Kranting. Manuel, who is at the Pram Pram Methodist Primary School, where the special voting in the Ningo Pram Pram constituency would be held. Let's get to the Upper West region because Rafiq Salam is in Wa and he'll be telling us what the situation is in the Wa Central constituency. Rafiq, thank you very much for joining us. So, where are you currently and what's the situation over there?
I am currently located in between the Wa Municipal Assembly and also the Sacred Court. Here, there are 2 polling centers here. One is A and then one is B. So the first one is sandwiched between the Wa Municipal Assembly and also the Sacred Court. And the other one is also sandwiched between the Regional Police Command and the Sacred Court. So it's A and B. So in this particular polling station, A, we're having 434 people who will be voting in this particular station. And the second one, the AB, we are going to have 433. So in all, 867 people are expected to cast their vote right here. So as I speak to you now, there are long, wide snail queues right here. And so they are observing the COVID protocols, social distancing, and even lines are even drawn for the security personnel, and all of them are in nose masks. And so I can report to you that the situation is calm here. The electoral officers are still sorting things out for them to quick start the process. But I can tell you that the A somehow they are more ahead of their counterparts in B. And as at 5:30 a.m. when I got here, I could count as many as 24 police personnel and other people who are expected to take part in this election right here. And so the situation is calm. And then the electoral officer, the regional director, Mr. Ali Osman Adamu, is here. So too, it's one municipal director, Mr. Bernard Anyagulo. And so the situation is calm here, and they are waiting with bated breath for the polling to start.
And when you got there, were the polling materials at the polling station? Are the polling materials at the polling station currently?
Yes, they are there, and they are trying to put them in the next few minutes. They should be starting because I got here around 5:30. Even at 5:30, they were even still using their lights of their cars to put things in place because it was still dark here, and so everything is in place and they're ready to kickstart. And even the electoral officers are about to show the empty ballot boxes to them for polling start.
And how about the polling agents of the political parties?
They are there in their numbers. I could count the two major political parties, the NDC, the MPP, but I'm seeing the PPP also right here. And so everybody who matters in this election, as far as the process is concerned, is right here in front of the circuit court or adjacent the circuit court for the two polling stations.
Thank you very much, Rafiq Salam in Wa. So we're also getting very ready for the elections. Guys, looks like the COVID-19 protocols are being adhered to.
Yeah, a very good example for December 7.
Exactly.
Yeah,
very good example.
Of course.
But one thing also, you see, you find two party agents. That looks like the case all the time, the NPP and the NDC. In 2008, I remember one, candidate, the independent candidate saying, for instance, that, look, so long as the NPP and NDC have agents, he knows that his votes would not be stolen because the NPP wouldn't allow anybody to take your votes and give to any political party. So you don't have to worry.
That is almost as if they are outsourcing the
you don't have to worry yourself.
Job to
Exactly.
NDC and NPP.
Yeah, you don't have to worry yourself.
Has that not been the rumor that we only have NDC and MPP? All the others are either NDC undercover or MPP undercover, and so it reflects in the performance actually.
Well, if you look at the trend, if you look at the number of votes that Dr. Mahama got, about 20,000 votes in the 2016 election, if the PNC had, agents in all the 30,000 polling stations, he certainly would have had more than, the 20,000 votes that he got. If he had agents in all of them.
As in they voting for him.
They're voting for him,
But that's assuming that the agent will vote for you. There's this very interesting story of this candidate in one of the elections who you told that story, right?
Yeah.
In one of those polling stations, and he got 0, right? And he said, I didn't even vote for myself.
Yeah, because that's his polling station. That was in '92. I mean, let's assume that my wife and children didn't vote for me.
What about
I'm sure that I voted for myself.
All right, so let me finalize the daily graphic. Cooperate with the EC for credible elections. Dr. Ibn Chambers, he's been addressing the media yesterday. 9 arrested. MP invited over Yagba attack happened over the weekend, and Asante Hene has been speaking as well. He says women are capable of managing the country, and he said this during the visit of the PPP's presidential candidate Bridget Tubenku to Malaysia.
I have the New Crusading Guy newspaper, and a lot of it is about the elections, as you can imagine. So December 7 polls, front page says drop Mahama, campaign hits Ashanti region. And this is Simon Osemeng, the regional minister, spinning JM and JDM.
Yeah, so just drop
Mahama. So he just coined it, just drop Mahama. Well, and then also the Ghanaian Times paper says guard against hate speech. That's Dr. Ibn Chambers, the story that Fred just highlighted. But there's a story that is interesting to me. This is about Game and Game choosing to mediate in Benin Methodist Church conflict. Apparently, a 50-year-old conflict in the church in Benin. And they can't find any other way of trying to resolve it. So they are resorting to external help, mediation help, to try and fix the internal in the church. In Methodist.
That's interesting.
That's the day I quit that church.
Anyway, my last
That's
paper,
what?
that's the day he
I'll
quits
quit that church because
Oh,
they
why?
can't help me if the church
Please.
cannot help itself.
Please,
If
anyone.
the church cannot fix their own internal conflicts,
They won't be able to
a
help.
place of forgiveness.
Let me get onto the phone lines there because Ernest Kujumenu is at Odudu, one of the hotspots in this year's election. Has joined us. They are voting at the Jamestown police station. Ernest, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Winston.
So, do we have the voting materials at the polling station, and what's the situation there currently?
So, a little after 6 a.m., the officers from the Electoral Commission came in, started setting up. As we speak now, the app, 2 of them, we have 2 of the ballot boxes as well. The city officials themselves are ready. What they're doing right now is go through the document, the base document, register with the representative of the various political parties, just to make sure that everything is in sync. So far, the district electoral officer tells me that they expect 229 people to cast their ballot today as part of the special voting. I must say that the queue is forming already, and I can count about 15 people approximately already in the queue, mainly police officers and fire service. And so it's set official tells me that in a few minutes the polls will start, the first ballot will be cast.
Great. How about adherence to COVID-19 protocols? Is that being done?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, the first thing I noticed when I got here, when the city officials started setting up, was that they make sure that they put their face mask. There's a Veronica bucket here as well. The tissue paper on there. On one of the tables, which is the first port of call, which is the first table, you go check whether the lead is valid or not. There is a sanitizer also on the table. And all the 18 officials are actually wearing the face mask, including the representatives of the party. For the police officers who are even in the all of them are in face masks, and some form of social distance as well. A few minutes ago, someone from the police unit actually came in to remind them that they need to social distance. And so all of that has been observed here at Jamestown Police.
Right. Thank you very much, Ernest Kojomenu from the Odudududu constituency, where this morning they're voting at the Jamestown Police Station in the special voting. And this is your election headquarters. Trust us to bring you all the information you need to know about today's special voting. 109,557 Ghanaians expected to vote. But it's not time for our online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and GOIL Good Energy. So, going cashless has never been this convenient and exciting because GOIL e-payment system is now compatible with GH-Link, the national payment platform. You can now use your GH-Link card on your GOIL POS machine to purchase fuel, and the good thing is that every fuel purchased is recorded automatically in your monthly bank statement, helping cardholders track and manage their expenses. So go ahead and use your GH-Link card to buy fuel and all lubricants from any of GOIL's over 400 stations across Ghana. Go cashless and protect yourself and stick to all COVID-19 protocols. GOIL, Good Energy, GOIL, ENRA, ENZ. But at Enterprise Group, we always keep in mind that excellence leaves a mark. And today we're proud to receive a threefold confirmation of that fact. Enterprise Insurance for retaining its membership in the CIMG Hall of Fame General Insurance category for the fourth consecutive time. Transitions for being declared the CIMG Emerging Brand of the Year 2019, and Enterprise Trustees for being declared the CIMG Corporate Pensions Trustee Organization of the Year 2019. As always, we dedicate this honor to our cherished customers and pledge to keep working for your advantage. So dream big with us, Enterprise, your advantage. But you know what? If you want something hot to spark your vim this morning, something sweet and creamy, do you love, the tantalizing aroma of coffee? All you need is 1 Ghana cedi and a cup of hot water, and as part of an awesome breakfast. So with only 1 Ghana cedi, try the Nest Cafe Sweet and Creamy, and it starts with Nest Cafe. All right, so let's get on to the online news review, where myjoyonline.com says Anglo Traditional Council outraged by announcement of final burial rites for Rollins, and I'll be Commander-in-Chief for all, according to John Dramani Mahama, police officer involved in accident on Tema Motorway.
And City Newsroom, pretty much the same thing. And Law Traditional Council fumes over Rawlings' funeral. Dismissal of my disqualification case disappointing. That's according to Marie Gunn.
All right, so time for the BBC News brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. But first, these few messages.
What would you do with 50 gigabytes free data? Would you binge watch TV all day? Would you download FIFA 21? How about downloading your entire coursework? Or you do all at the same time?